China is targeting Pelosi and her family with sanctions. China has also decided to no longer cooperate with the United States on certain issues. Here, let's watch what happened with Nancy Pelosi.
Where she has defended her tour, including the controversial stop to Taiwan. But China has further protested that visit with a new show of force. Taiwan says that several Chinese warships and jets have crossed the median line of the Taiwan Strait and that a large number of planes have entered its identification zone. Beijing also displayed its anger by announcing sanctions against Nancy Pelosi and suspending some cooperation with Washington. The U.S. says that China is overreacting. Let's get more now from Selena Wang in Beijing. China is sanctioning House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and her family, and they're also refusing to cooperate with the U.S. on a whole host of issues, including defense, drug smuggling, and even climate change. What more can you tell us?
Oh, here it is, by the way. How the Taiwan lobby helped pave the way for Pelosi's trip. Apparently, they gave over $3 million in lobbying money to Pelosi, so we can sell more weapons. That's any or all this has been about. I've talked about this already. Taiwan is a great place to just dump a bunch of surplus weapons that are fucking old and ancient and antiquated. And that's precisely what we've been doing. We've been offloading like billions of dollars worth of old ass weapons that are just sitting around. You know what I mean? And when I said this last time, people got kind of mad at me, but that is precisely what it is. Someone's got to buy the fucking weapons, dog. What do you mean? Somewhere, we got to put the weapons somewhere. Of course, for $3.1 million, Nancy Pelosi is going to turn around. Well, it's not just $3.1 million. It's $3.1 million in lobbying that she's getting. But then also on top of that, it is the weapons manufacturers that are benefiting from the offloading of their old surplus shit.
Well, Zane, we're seeing China come full force with a whole array of retaliation and backlash diplomatically, economically, and militarily, of course. And now it is sinking U.S.-China relations to a new low. As you mentioned, they are sanctioning House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and her immediate family. They have not shared any information or details about what that will entail, but it is a highly symbolic move. And now, critically, they are announcing that they're cutting off dialogue with the U.S. in a wide array of areas, and critically, as you say, in climate change. This is a really big deal because climate change is one of the...
No, it's cool. No, it's fine. Saber rattling the most significant country in our already fragile supply chain that basically has like a universal grip on manufacturing. That's actually the smart thing to do and the right thing to do, really. So I'm glad that Nancy Pelosi was, girl bossing. Y'all are just hating. Y'all are just hating on a queen, okay? Boss bitch.
Only areas where the U.S. and China were continuing to consistently speak to each other despite the heightened tension.
Can I ask a question? If the U.S. was already going to visit, why would they ever succumb to China's demands? That just seems like not an option from the U.S. perspective. I don't know, maybe because China is an incredibly valuable trade partner, and also on top of that, a genuine competitor in America's endless and I would say desperate and flailing attempt at grasping to the remaining global hegemonic power status it has. China is going to overtake America, so it's probably better to have favorable dealings with China rather than try to continue fucking flailing your arms around like a psycho. By the way, the U.S. government agrees to the one China policy, so Nancy Pelosi doing this goes against that. But hey, like I said, those weapons got to go somewhere, baby.
Over the last few years. So the fact that they are cutting off dialogue in these key areas, it just shows the state of U.S.-China relations today and just how much mistrust there is between the two sides. And it remains to be seen if the impact of this is reversible.
So you don't think China is overreacting? Wait, I don't understand. If you tell someone like, I'm not going to hit you in the face, okay? I'm not going to hit you in the face. And then you slap them in the fucking face while you're like, oh, well, that was my friend. I have no control over my friend. But like, I totally could technically tell my friend not to slap you in the face. You're going to get a little bit of retaliation, right? Like, that's not even remotely comparable. How is that not remotely comparable? This is a cringe take. HasanAbi being a CCP simp. Fuck all of you, okay? You know what my perspective on this matter is. It is not a bad analogy. Nancy Pelosi going to Taiwan, unironically, changes the dynamic. This is the last time this happened was Newt Gingrich in 1997. The Speaker of the House, the third in line of the fucking presidency, showing up in fucking Taiwan against China's wishes, against the one China policy that America personally fucking abides by, is a direct fuck you. The majority of Taiwanese people do not want to fuck the current predicament that they're in, okay? More of them want to inevitably get to independence than unify with China. Some of them even want to fucking take over mainland China, but that's psychotic and it doesn't fucking matter. But ultimately, what people want in Taiwan, if you care about what people in Taiwan want, it's don't rock the fucking boat. China is a gigantic economic power. China is a huge trade partner. That's it. That's what the Taiwanese people are saying. If you look at the fucking numbers, that's what they're saying. If you look at CNN, you would think every single Taiwanese person wants to fucking do an international call to arms to go over, take over fucking China. How quickly you get whipped up into a fucking frenzy over what you read and what you see. And also, you guys understand, domestically speaking, Nancy Pelosi is a fucking demon. So what happens all of a sudden when it's China, you forget that this is literally a demon? This is what I don't understand with leftist chats. Like, what, you think she like genuinely and earnestly cares about fucking the liberation of Taiwanese people? Is that what you think? They're straight up saber rattling, and you're like, no, that's actually, what the fuck? I don't understand what you're saying. It's not saber rattling at all. It is. That's exactly what it is. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna go liberate Taiwan personally? Are you gonna fucking do a call to arms? Are you going to grab your weapons and fight against China? Is that what you're going to do? You motherfuckers cry when you can't get your treats for a week. You motherfuckers cry for hours when you can't get your treats for a week. Meanwhile, you're over here talking about fucking doing war with the largest global superpower. They're about to overtake America. You fucking idiot. This is like chat defends NATO 2.0. Yeah, I know. It doesn't. Hey, remember when I first covered this like a while ago? And there wasn't a lot of angry people in the chat. Remember when I covered it again earlier this week and there wasn't a lot of angry people in the chat? Do you want to know why there wasn't a lot of angry people in the chat? Because they hadn't gotten the appropriate talking points from their fucking YouTube essayists and from CNN. But now they have decided these are the appropriate talking points. Taiwanese independence, Taiwanese emancipation. So now you're seeing a lot more pushback. And it's only going to be worse overall because there's nonstop coverage over it. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. And people can't even fucking like, you know, take a breather and be like, maybe we shouldn't do this. Neocon anarchists? Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Crazy people are getting outraged now, but this shit has been going on for a while. But the second they see CNN and Nancy Pelosi, they want to get their AR-15s. No, they don't. They don't want to get their AR-15s. They don't want anything. They just want to fucking yell on the internet. If they truly wanted to fucking, first of all, us having this back and forth in this Twitch chat is completely negligible because let's be real. The average American has no say over American foreign policy, okay? Lockheed Martin has say over American foreign policy, and that's just the way it is. So all these people that are fucking writing essays on YouTube or in essays in fucking Twitch chat, repeating talking points they got from their favorite BreadTube essayists or repeating talking points they got from fucking CNN, MSNBC, it doesn't matter. We're just having an endless back and forth circle jerk, okay? Ultimately, so many of these people are not going to do anything about it anyway. They would never do anything about it. And actually, they would only suffer the consequences personally. It's just like, it's also insane because like this goes directly against what America has done for as long as it has and what Taiwan has done for as long as it has been around and what China has done. The one China policy has been basically fucking stable, okay? It has maintained stability for both Taiwan and China. That stability has allowed them to create economic development in both nations. And it fucking works. China escalated here. U.S. did not. Nancy Pelosi going to Taiwan is an escalation. Shut the fuck up. If you don't understand it, I don't know what to tell you.
Now, on the military front, we're also seeing China continue to ratchet up its intimidation of Taiwan, continuing to fly a large number of warplanes into Taiwan's self-declared air defense zone. This is the airspace around Taiwan, and a very inflammatory move yesterday, according to Chinese state media. Missiles from China flew over Taiwan Island for the first time, not around it, but over it. This is seen as a major escalatory move that military experts tell me go beyond what they expected China to do. And Zane, this is part of a days-long military drill that's happening in essentially a circle around Taiwan in what China has called a simulation blockade. The message China is sending to the world is that our powerful and modern military has the ability to choke Taiwan off from the rest of the world at any moment. But when I speak to military experts...
Damn, bro, that's terrifying. Yeah, China's doing America shit, baby.
They also...
And guess what? They actually do have the power to be able to do America shit, for the record.
Say, look, these military drills, they take a long time to plan.
Is this so like Cuba? Oh, how dare you? Oh, what? After all, China would never actually, I don't know, purchase a piece of land or maintain a piece of land on this island nation for many, many years while simultaneously funding like prior dictatorships to make sure that that country stayed under a brutal occupation, under a brutal fucking dictator by the name of Batista. But like, I don't know, use some like a Chinese version of that, and then I don't know, just maintain complete blockade and stop them from trading with international partners for many, many, many fucking years. They would never do that. They would never cut them off with sanctions. Oh, wait, that's right. We did do that to Cuba, and we're still doing that to Cuba. Meanwhile, we're fucking complaining about how China has dealt with Taiwan.
They couldn't have planned all of this just when they found out Pelosi might have been visiting Taiwan. Some of this had probably been a year in the making, and then they probably made some tweaks to their old outline when they found out about Pelosi's potential visit. But by pegging all of this military activity to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's visit, it's creating a lot of patriotism and nationalism at home from people in China who said this was a direct threat to our sovereignty and we wanted to see a big response, that there's a price to be paid for provoking China. So it is a welcome distraction as well to Chinese leader Xi Jinping for the home audience at a time when the economy here is struggling under the weight of China's continuing zero COVID policy.
Did you know that China occupies a part of Taiwan where it has a military naval base and detention camp, which it also uses as a torture site while also enforcing an embargo on the island? Oh, wait, that's the U.S. and Cuba. Yup. China also tried to assassinate the leader of Taiwan over 600 times. Oh, wait, that's also Cuba.
The United States' one China policy and one, policy towards Taiwan has not changed either. They still believe that Taiwan should not be independent, and the visit by the speaker has not changed that view. So what they're trying to convey to the Chinese, and what the White House actually conveyed to the Chinese ambassador to the U.S. when they summoned him to the White House just yesterday, is that it is China's actions now that are unprecedented, not the United States. But at the same time, what they're saying here is that they're not going to back down from their operation.
So weird. Such a weird thing to say. Why did you feel the need to say that then? You know, if you're not rocking the boat, why do you feel the need to mention that you're not actually rocking said boat? What is the boat then? Where is the boat? US be like, why are you hitting yourself, China? Come on, dude. It's also quite hilarious to like say this while every fucking leader universally is like, China's the global enemy. They're the demons, Jack. Look alive. I'm campaigning on that. And it's like, you expect Chinese leadership to also have eyes and ears and at least a firm grasp on history and how America's foreign adversaries have been treated in the past. The only difference now is that you have a fucking foreign adversary that is an economic powerhouse of our creation.
Operations in the Western Pacific, just because China has engaged in these military drills, despite the fact that, according to the National Security Council spokesman here, it appears to the United States as though China is deliberately upping the ante here in order to create a kind of new status quo, in order to kind of push the United States out of that orbit and make it so
America's so funny that like they are able to literally do this, and then the media, which is, by the way, of course, not consolidated and totally free, will turn around and be like, yeah, you know, it's really fucked up. It's really fucked up. I can't believe, we double dog dared China to do something, and then they ended up doing something, and that's really fucked up of China to do, really. It's like, motherfucker, you literally just said that Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan is rocking the fucking boat. And the State Department recognizes that. And then you're like, oh my God, I can't believe China is like reacting to our actions that do actually rock the fucking boat. Man, that's so crazy.
so that this is normalized.
And the worst part is there are so many fucking idiotic, brain-broken liberals, even in this fucking community, that take that propaganda hook, line, and sinker immediately. You have such fucking soft spots, dude. You have such, both in your skull and also in your hearts, that like it is so easy to dupe you. Sprinkle on a little bit of fucking SJW talking points, and motherfuckers are like, yeah, what the fuck? Like, it's true. Like, the people of Taiwan deserve independence, and Nancy Pelosi is going to fucking give it to them.
Military activity near Taiwan to kind of prevent the United States from feeling as though it is safe to operate there. So there are a lot of escalating tensions here, a lot of back and forth that has continued between the White House and China on this. It remains to be seen, of course, whether China continues to escalate in the coming days.
Are you saying that the U.S. should take actions against Pelosi? No, I'm saying that she should have never fucking went to Taiwan. They should have told that girl boss to stay the fuck home. Or at least, you know, complete the Asian tour that she was doing, the tour of Asia, without, you know, making one of the wings of that tour in fucking Taiwan. Because ultimately, China is not like gonna abide by your fucking rules. If you try to get into a wager with China, the largest economic superpower right now outside of the United States of America, you don't want to fucking see what happens when they actually follow through. You don't want that. That is terrible. Especially when right now, nothing is happening. Like nothing bad was happening. And now something bad could happen. You say nothing bad was happening, but couldn't this be seen as a response to the reports of China making a move in Taiwan in the next 3 to 5 years? I'm done. I'm done covering foreign policy for the rest of my life. It's over. I'm never going to cover foreign policy ever again. Because no matter how long term of a community fucking subscriber you are, as a matter of fact, the longer you are a community subscriber, the more likely you are to unironically take everything that someone else is saying. America has no business in Taiwan. America does not give a fuck about Taiwanese independence, okay? Regardless of whether China is saying like, oh, we're going to invade Taiwan or whatever the fuck, American intelligence is saying about China moving into Taiwan, does not change the American perspective. It's just like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm an American, okay? I have no business and I have no say in what China can and can't do. I don't even have any business or say in what America can and can't do. I'm over here, I guess, promoting the concept of like American democracy in theory, but USA should not be policing this. I mean, they're not even doing a good job policing it. I don't understand how you can think that America, given how much it's done and what it continues to do around the world, legitimately cares about what the Taiwanese, like, how can you feel like America is legitimately trying to do what's right by the Taiwanese people? I don't understand it.